Jason Wells with MLM Complete Package, and I want to talk about something that a lot of MLM uplines do that frankly drive Chris and I nuts. Before I get into that, just a reminder on this note, so you understand our perspective on what drives us nuts and why. Know that our Complete Networker book is out. We just released it on paperback as well, and you can get that at CompleteNetworker.com. So one of the big reasons MLM can be cast in a bad light to people, which we end up dealing with our prospects, is that leaders and maybe even the leaders or your upline do really stupid things that don't make any sense. And what made me think of this subject is I read a question in a forum where someone was given a script by their upline and told to use it on people that they didn't know, and they were told, quote, to just get an appointment with them. That was the training, or lack thereof. And the person went out and got an appointment and then contacted her upline. Her upline said, well, maybe you need to go back and build more rapport. And my response is, huh? What? So let me get this straight. You didn't give your downline any guidance, and, well, you gave them a little bit. You told them to get an appointment, and you gave them a script, but I don't call that guidance. And then you tell them that they're doing it wrong when you don't provide any training. So my question is, how are people supposed to build a business if they don't know what to do? And I bring the situation up because it's why so many people struggle in MLM. And they get to a point where they don't understand what's right, what's wrong, and most importantly, what works. And this is why this person's confused and now is posting questions on a forum, because her upline's behavior has pretty much undermined her confidence in her upline, which I can understand. Now, first thing is, can you see the holes in the training? Even if, there's something that's supposed to happen that works in their team, there's still holes in it. The beginning of the training says use a script and get an appointment, and then the upline's supposed to give a presentation, but the upline needs to have the prospect to a certain point before a presentation is appropriate, because the upline said, well, you need to build more rapport. So they're either not telling the person to build more rapport, which is not just something you can tell, you have to teach. That's not in the training, or the upline's confused on the system or the training that they're doing. Like somebody's got something wrong because it's fluid and confusing, and the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing, or it's just incomplete training. And I know what the upline's thinking. It's a weird transition to just present the company after the conversation you had, where the conversation was really just doing the script. But remember, the person was told just to do the script and get an appointment. So that's what people are going to do. Usually people that go out and do something, they'll do what you tell them. So now you're complaining about the appointment that they got you. So it just doesn't make any sense. I hope you can see the mess here. There's no process. There's absolute confusion on what's right and what's wrong. And who's doing it right, who's doing it wrong. This is really duplication at its worst. I can't really say if it's the downline's fault, the upline's fault, or the entire team's fault. I don't know. But there's a mess. Now, second, if I analyze the process, I really feel it's devoid of what I call the develop step, which is something I talk about in our communication training that's in our store on our website. And in that communication training, we talk about the communication process: connect, develop, introduce, follow up, close. And so the develop step is what's missing, which is why the upline's saying you need to build more rapport. It's weird to introduce the company if there isn't really any stage set, or the analogy I give in the training is, you have to build a bridge over the river. One side of the river is your prospect, where they're at. The other side of the river is your company. And, if you just it's really just presenting your company without any direction. It's like just throwing them in the water. Like, you need to kind of build a bridge. There needs to be some natural transition between where they are now and introducing your company, product or business. So I'll just conclude on this point. In our book trailer for The Complete Networker, I say, and I'm paraphrasing some of the things I say in the video, but I say the difference between the haves and have-nots is what successful people are doing and what you're not doing. So, a lot of people get focused on, well, am I as good as that person that I see that's making all this money in my company? And basically the premise of what I say in the video, the trailer, is you shouldn't be asking that question. You should be saying, what are they doing that I'm not doing? And so I think you can see here that, a terrible process is not doing the right thing. And if you're lacking any direction on what to do or how to talk to people, that's obviously not doing the right thing. And so if somebody gives you a script and says, go get an appointment, and that's what they're doing and they're successful, then you're missing something. They're doing something else that they're either taking for granted that they do naturally that you haven't been taught, or they're giving you something that they're not doing. Like, that's not how they're successful, is by doing that script they gave you. And that's just the honest to God's truth and how this works in the MLM business and why so many people struggle. So go back and listen to this training again. This is one of those ones you need to hear it a second time to kind of understand the problem here, so you don't make the same mistake in your business. Or if you're struggling, figuring out where you're struggling, and maybe this situation applies to you. Maybe this is where you're stuck, is you're doing the business and something about it doesn't make sense. And it could be something like this. It could be really holes in the training, or just a complete lack of system. Why we have the courses on our website. They can help you.